This is frustrating, very, very frustrating. I was already done with feminism and the feminists and the white liberal women. I was already agitated with the pandering and the gaslighting of the Democrats. But to see my brothers and my sisters of the new Black Panther Party coming out and telling me that I need to take up arms to defend illegals. They're telling me that I need to do that and that I need to get my brothers and my sisters and my nieces and my nephews to campaign and protect and defend the foreigners that our government has assisted in facilitating to fraud the American public. You want me to defend them with my body. This very same body that went to a hospital not that long ago for a routine checkup. I'm healthy, I'm without ailments, I'm just going to get some checkups. Before I left that hospital, I was unconscious for several hours with no calls to any of my loved ones. And I was lucky. There are so many women who do not make, so many Black women who do not make it out of hospitals alive. I just recently saw two big pregnant Black women being kicked out of hospitals with children, with big pregnant with babies. One of them had to give birth. I believe she gave birth in a car or on the side of the road or something like that. Like Houston, Harris County, Texas is the deadliest place for Black women in the medical industry. Not in the medical industry. Harris County is the deadliest place for Black mothers to give birth. Harris County, this is where Houston, Texas is. This is the biggest medical complex in the country. I feel like I have more important things that I need to be advocating for and that I would want to see my brothers advocating for. I have white liberal women who my ancestors, my feminine ancestors have marched for and helped you gain your liberation and your liberties and your freedoms and the things that you desire to where you feel so powerful to where you got to speak up for other people. The Democrats have galvanized my people to help them push their agendas. We push your agendas and you skip over us. You go straight over the Black woman to the trans woman. And while you're fighting for the trans women, you want us to defend the very population that you have been using for decades to destabilize our communities and replace us. I'm 40 years old. I'm old enough to have seen foreigners be incentivized, given loans, tax breaks, and all other kind of benefits to assist them in their success in opening up their stores in our communities. Communities they do not live in, but communities that they pillage and just eat off of. And they come in there and they treat us like shit. And when we try to get those same stores, we have to jump through a hoop of fire backwards to even have a chance to get those same opportunities. And we're still not going to get the tax breaks. We're still not going to get the incentives, and we're still not going to get the benefits. You got to do a lot just to get a grant if you get approved. And now they're doing away with that type of stuff. But we can't do it in our own community. But they've been taking and playing in our faces for so long. Every major policy that was geared towards destroying our community, whether it's the war on drugs, Reaganomics, so on and so forth, were all Democratic policies. They have been terrorizing, demonizing, and gaslighting us for centuries. And these are the same people who want us to do the same thing that we did with Martin Luther King. And they want us to march to our demise. Martin Luther King, before he passed away, and I need you to understand that his mind changed. That he said, I led my people into a burning house. He had regret, and he was getting ready to start talking very differently than what he had before. The same with that white man who just got killed. He had been speaking a certain kind of way for a very long time, and right before he passed, a couple of weeks before he passed, he started speaking a different tune, and lights out for him. They have been gaslighting us for a very, very long time, and they've been using this civil rights and this advocacy and this black stuff and the racial stuff, and they want us to use the same agenda that this is racism and they are being disenfranchised, and we need to, as black people, fight for them to get the rights that we still don't have our damn selves. They want to politicize our historic plight for liberties and benefits and protections that we have been deprived of. Like, if that ain't gaslighting, I don't know what the hell that is. And these Cointel, I don't know. They had to hijack these people. I don't know where these people came from. I remember I was doing some kind of march here in New Orleans, and I saw this young lady. She was a protester, but I could tell somebody had sent her. And I was just staring at her. I just stopped. And I was just staring at her. I was watching her going to and fro, trying to convince people to do certain crazy stuff that can incite more destruction and stuff. And I was just watching her. And I think she saw me watching her, and she just walked off and left. That's the vibe I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting right now. I'm getting that these are paid people. They're incentivized to do this, that they're Cointelpro, that they're not really about us. They're just trying to get us to put our bodies on the line. And shit are crazy to me. You want me to smooth the path, to beautify your fraud, to build strong communities for foreigners, while I am living the consequences of your Cointelpro attacks on my community. That's what you want me to do. I wish I would jump in the way of ice. I wish I would. I don't have a problem with humans. All humans deserve to exist. I wish that employers didn't feel the need to exploit cheap labor and all the different ways that these people can be exploited with them not being documented. The cheap labor is the smallest of them. If you're not documented, you can be disappeared very, very easily. And that's what's happened to a lot of their children. There's so much craziness going on with them people. But beside the point, I wish these people to have healthy, happy lives. But why are you guys bringing them into our communities? Playing in our face, bringing them into our communities. Then gaslighting us and telling us we have to defend them. Defending the very population of people who are responsible for driving down our wages. The very people who are responsible or a culprit in the mass layoffs that have been going on across the nation for the last several years. And when I pick up my phone to call my credit card company, or if I have to pay a bill or anything, I'm hearing a foreigner on the line. You can't tell me that you can't find an American that wants to work at a call center. Say, oh, who's going to pick the fruit? Oh, who's going to do the garden? Who's going to fix the roof? What do you have to say about call centers? There are people who want to do all of these jobs, but we've been having mass layoffs. So you have American citizens who are without jobs, hundreds and thousands of them, probably millions at this point, because last year it was mass layoff after mass layoff after mass layoff after mass layoff. It was horrendous to watch. I watched my government tell American citizens after several national disasters, recent disasters, not that long ago. I'm like, how do we soon forget? I'm from New Orleans, and I remember them playing in people's face with $1,200, talking about we don't have the money, FEMA don't have the money. Last year, there were several hurricanes, mudslides, and all kind of stuff, and none of these people were given aid. They said, oh, we can't find more than $800. These people, billions of dollars have been stolen just in Minneapolis alone. And you can't help rebuild California, North Carolina. We still got places here in New Orleans haven't been touched since Katrina. What the? I wish I would. I wished I would. My mother just got hit by an 18-wheeler on the Crescent City Bridge just the other day. It was a hit and run. My mind say the driver might have been an illegal. Because what? These, I wish I would. I'm so glad my mama made it home. This was less than a week ago. Less than a week ago. My mama has a small car. A small car. And I'm just grateful that she made it home. My ex-husband is a truck driver, and I watched them cut rates. I watched them minimize loads. I watched them lay off drivers and start hiring foreign drivers. I watched them give CDLs like that when it took work for my mans to get his. People can't even read signs, killing people on the road. You want me to what? You think that y'all playing with these truckers is not messing with people's families? You added stress to my household. To my household. I would. I would. Everything needs to be done in order and decency. And to these white liberals, to the feminists, to the Democrats, you have demonstrated none of that. And I wish I would address black women in healthcare. Leave our children alone and stop killing them before they grow. Stop silencing black content and black art that provides messages of morality to our children. All the parks and recreational centers that y'all took away, bring them back. Allow love songs to have space in the mainstream airways again. Take your politicians out of our churches and allow and protect those places, our churches, as safe spaces. Stop poisoning our food, leave the farmers alone, and let the healers heal. Get rid of Common Core math. Give our artists what belongs to them. You've stolen so much from us. And if you don't want to hear reparation talk and you ain't going to give us what belongs to us, just get out of our way. Stay out of our way. We're going to be all right. We're going to succeed either way if you get out of our way. We don't be in your way. We don't care what you got going on. Leave us alone. We're going to be all right. But what we not going to do is play this motherfucking game. Because I wish I don't know who them people are. The new Black Panther people, whoever they are. I don't know them. And I don't want to know them. And I'm not about to align myself with them. So I'm praying for the easily influenced and the gullible and the people who feel the desire to belong and to be a part of something. because that's what's going on right now. They're reaching out to people like that. And they're saying, come join our gang. I'm praying for them. Because this ain't the way. This ain't the way. Brothers, if you really about black people, this ain't the way. That ain't it. That ain't it. I wish the fuck I would. And I ain't.
Get rid of these rapists and murderers that killed American women.
So are all of the immigrants that come into America rapists and killers?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so
let's get rid of these ones? You agree with that?
yeah.
Okay, so you support ICE removing them?
No.
Watching this little baby talk right here, I mourn. I mourn. Because the minds of the youth is gold. It's gold. And the people who want to control our thoughts and narratives in the media, they have prioritized the minds of the youth because they understand better than we do that the cultivation of their thoughts is going to rule the world. And what we don't know will kill us. It will kill us. And this poor baby, she don't understand. Kyrie Irving said that, and it's one of my favorite things ever said in life. Kyrie Irving said that the millennials, we are the last line of defense if things are going to change, because we are the last ones to know what normal is. And we're the last ones who will be able to say, this is fucked up. Something's not right. The babies don't know. They don't know. But they're so passionate, you know, and I rock with her passion. But I mourn. I mourn. Multiple things could be true at one time. There are so many worthy causes. But we as a people, we have to prioritize ourselves because we've been on a chopping block. And we got work to do at home.